If you have a business and you want to add something new to it, Lou Bortone recommends that you don't wait. Stop procrastinating and get it done. In this episode of Top Takeaways, I'm going to dive a little bit more into what it takes to stop procrastinating and launch that new thing. Hello, dreamers. Welcome to the Late Starters Club, giving you the inspiration, mindset, and tools you need to start something midlife and beyond. Remember, it's never too late to follow your dreams. First, a word from our sponsor, me. Are you feeling stuck in your business and aren't sure how to grow? Or maybe you're starting something new and just really don't know what strategy is going to work best for you. Then you might need my one on one coaching and consulting. I've personally helped businesses grow to the six-figure mark and seven-figure mark. Whether it's really diving into your ads and seeing what's wrong, giving you hands-on specific advice, or it's just taking a look at your overall strategy and giving you some recommendations for moving ahead. Just go to AndreaVall.com and go to the Consulting and Coaching tab for more information and packages that fit your needs. And now back to our regularly scheduled program. In episode 58, I talked to my friend Lou Borton, and he launched a brand new podcast that was also a new service, new offering, and new keynote about the Godfather and how that related to loyalty. And what I love is that Lou was talking about how he was procrastinating and he had this idea for many, many years and didn't do it. And it took the death of his parents to make him realize that the time was really now and he didn't want to have regrets. And I know that we all have that type of thing. Especially, I think now in midlife, where we're realizing that we have some limited amount of time left. There's still lots of time, but there's still a finite amount of time. And I think that's why some of these midlife crises is happening because we realize how long and how short time we might have here. So I really advise you to get it going. And what Lou did, and what I've also done, is start something alongside your existing business. I started the Late Starters podcast, for example, and Lou started his Godfather's podcast and a keynote speech. And one of the things that we have both seen in launching this new thing is maybe it takes longer than we thought. Maybe we are a little bit more perfectionist than we realized. And maybe that's something that stopped us in the past. But I think we also have all of this wisdom and all this efficiency to get things done in a special way that we weren't able to do, maybe when we were younger. We may not have the same energy and be able to pull those all-nighters, but we might have an efficiency of getting things done. And the luxury of having an existing business also helps you realize you don't have to be that scared about funding things. You can build this alongside what your existing business is. Another thing Lou talked about that I really liked was just finding that overlap between the two businesses. And that's been a challenge for me as well, seeing that these two kind of things are fairly different from each other, but they do have some common core elements of similar audiences sometimes. I serve entrepreneurs in both cases. And same with Lou. He's had some similar types of clients in certain cases. And I think we can find that overlap or that common thread between these two things. So, if you are scared to launch something, if you've been procrastinating, as Lou said, the 6 o'clock news is not going to wait for you. He grew up in the world of broadcasting and the news. There's a deadline. And that is what you need to do as well. And that is why a podcast has been really helpful for me. I know that for sure that podcast is going to go out at a certain time, and it's important to keep that time frame. So if you are motivated by deadlines, set that out to the world, let people know when it's coming out so that you are held accountable to that deadline and get things done. Now, it's not always perfect, right? It doesn't have to be perfect. Not everything you're going to do around that thing is going to be a masterpiece, but that's okay too. There's grace that comes into all of this. There's going to be some great episodes that I put out. Other ones going to be a little bit not so good, but that's okay. And we're just kind of rolling with it. And I think that's the key to getting things done, because done is often better than perfect. So that's my motto, and I'm sticking to it. Hope that was helpful, and make sure you grab the free guide, Top Tools for Late Starters, on the website at latestartersclub.com. And let's turn dreaming into doing.